I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of not the performance in the way I boxed and stuff. There was a lot of mistakes made, but I'm proud of the heart I showed, the respect I gave the belt. The British belt brings out a lot in people, and there was a lot of massive fights for that belt before me.
Definitely do it tonight, that's for sure. So let Daniel go away and enjoy himself. And as I said, there's a rematch clause in the contract.
Yeah, well, if it happens, yeah, bring it on.
Fabio Wardley calls out Daniel Dubois for a rematch after a devastating loss, as he openly demands a nog the outcome and potential adjustments needed before they run it back inside the ring once again soon, not just running away from it.
And just running away from it, so we can run it back. It's no problem.
David Adeli confirmed there is a rematch clause in place and made it clear he is fully in favor of running it back, suggesting the rivalry between Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley deserves another chapter. He pointed out that the return fight could realistically happen by the end of the year once Wardley recovers, especially from the damage to his nose, setting the stage for an even bigger and more decisive second.
Do you have any interest in seeing that running back?
I want to see it. Run it back. Why not? End of the year, they're going to obviously wait for Wardley's nose to heal up. But yeah, run it back. See what's...
Frank Warren acknowledged the uncertainty surrounding the situation, confirming that a rematch clause is in place, but stopping short of guaranteeing an immediate return fight. He explained that decisions will depend on how the next few months unfold in the heavyweight division, with multiple big fights potentially shaping what comes next for Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley.
Well, there is a rematch clause, so we'll see what happens.
If they decide to pass it for now.
We'll see what pans out in the next few months with all these various heavyweight fights that are happening. And that'll determine.
John Charles compared the situation to Anthony Joshua's past rematch clause, explaining that it is ultimately up to the fighters and their teams whether they choose to activate it. He urged patience, saying it is too early to rush decisions and important to let Daniel Dubois rest and fully digest the win, especially coming off a tough stoppage loss before producing such an impressive...
Anthony Joshua had a rematch clause when he fought Daniel. That's up to them. If they want to exercise it, like I said, it's too premature. Let's go and digest this win. Let Daniel go and have some rest. Remember, that's him coming off the back of a loss, a stoppage loss, and to pull out that sort of performance.
Buddy McGirt called it a hell of a fight, saying the early knockdown changed everything and forced Wardley into chasing a single right hand instead of boxing properly. He praised the heart shown from both men, describing Wardley as a true champion in spirit and insisting that the intensity and drama of the contest clearly justify a rematch.
Fight, I think the worst thing that happened was that knockdown in the first round. After that, Wardley was just looking for that right hand. No jabs, no defense, no left hook. Sorry, meat and chicken. You know what I mean? But it was a hell of a fight. He showed the heart of a champion, and I think there should be a rematch.
Derek Chisora delivered a brutal assessment of Fabio Wardley, claiming he looked unprepared and abandoned basic boxing fundamentals during the fight. He criticized the lack of jab, movement, and discipline, saying Wardley relied too heavily on power shots instead of structure boxing. According to Chisora, this performance showed nothing like what fans had previously seen from him in the gym.
Fabio was not ready for boxing. He was no jab, nothing, looking for power shots. It's like he didn't train. He was busy commentating. Little bastard. He was supposed to fucking train in the gym. Dude, how many jabs did Fabio chuck? Less jabs. He didn't chuck no jabs. He didn't do anything with...
Fraser Clark described Daniel Dubois as an absolute warrior, acknowledging that while it may not have been the most technical heavyweight fight, it delivered pure violence, drama, and entertainment. He highlighted the blood and guts nature of the contest and praised Dubois for learning from the knockdown, showing improvement, adaptability, and clear growth as he continues evolving in...
I said he's going to come out faster, yeah, but Daniel recovered well. He's learned from his knockdowns and stuff before. He's learned a lot, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he's doing well.
Dominic Engel called it one of the best fights he has ever seen, praising Fabio Wardley's toughness and refusal to quit even under extreme punishment. He also credited Daniel Dubois for maintaining composure, sticking to his game plan, and adjusting as fatigue set in. Engel emphasized the back-and-forth nature of the fight, calling it a true heavyweight classic.
It's one of the best fights I've ever seen. One of the best fights. fair play to Fabio Wardley. What a hard man he is. He didn't want to quit. His corner didn't pull him out. And Daniel Dubois kept his composure. He kept his composure, stuck to the plan. He started to get a bit tired himself. He realised that Wardley has still got something in the tank. He kept pulling it out of the bag. He looked dead on his feet. But what?
Daniel Dubois admitted he needed that moment in the ring as a wake-up call, saying it forced him to stay grounded under pressure and fight through chaos. He explained that every warrior must dig deep into dark places when things get tough and find a way to rise above adversity, showing mental strength and resilience in a...
That slap just to wake up, stay in reality, it's just not slip, I got to dig deep. And as a warrior, you have to dig deep because got to go to that dark place and come out.
David Adeli explained that Dubois didn't fall into old demons after being dropped, but instead stayed composed and built confidence as the fight progressed. He highlighted how the jab became a key weapon, consistently landing and disrupting Wardley's rhythm. According to Adeli, this steady control gave Dubois belief, allowing him to break his opponent down round by round.
For old demons when he got dropped, but I think he started to think old demons when he started to think his things weren't working. But you know what was giving Daniel confidence? He kept landing a jab. Every time Wardley threw a right hand, Dubois would stick a jab and it would touch his target. That there was giving Dubois hope that, okay, then I can stand in front of my target and I can land with a jab. And he knew he was softening up Wardley with a jab as the rounds went on.
David Haye described the fight as one of the most captivating heavyweight wars he has ever seen, praising the constant back-and-forth action that kept fans on edge from start to finish. He highlighted the bravery, heart, and toughness shown by both Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley, saying it was exactly the type of energy fans expect from a world-level heavyweight clash. Haye added that the fight was so entertaining and dramatic that he could easily watch it multiple times, calling it a true modern...
I've never seen a heavyweight fight that captivating, that entertaining, round after round, backwards and forwards. The heart on these guys, the balls, the bravery. That's what you want to pay. That's what you want to... We hope every time we tune in for a heavyweight championship, you're getting that type of energy. They both gave everything they had. I could watch that 10 times.
Derek Chisora expressed concern over the brutality of the contest, stating that the fight should have been stopped in the 10th round due to the excessive bleeding and damage Fabio Wardley was taking. He pointed out the seriousness of the punishment at that stage and suggested fighter safety should have been the priority. While the fight was praised for its heart and intensity, Chisora's comments highlight the dangerous nature of the exchange and the fine line between an entertaining war and a potentially harmful situation.
The fight was supposed to stop in round 10 because his nose was bleeding so badly.
What's next for them? Are they hearing a rematch clause? If not, who do you want to see him fight?
Nobody wants to see the rematch.
Frank Warren described the fight as even better than expected, saying it delivered a phenomenal spectacle filled with drama, momentum swings, and relentless action. He recalled warning fans not to blink because of the explosive nature of the matchup, and said it ultimately exceeded all expectations. Warren praised both fighters for their resilience, especially Daniel Dubois for getting off the canvas and battling back under pressure. He called it a privilege to watch, emphasizing the emotional and physical toll both men endured in a truly...
I said it, don't blink, it's going to be the most amazing few rounds. It was much better than that. It was just a phenomenal fight, phenomenal to watch, to witness and see these two guys, what they did, bearing their soul and Daniel getting off the floor and the canvas and coming back how he did. And it swung both ways to fight, and it was just
Don Charles made a bold statement about Daniel Dubois, saying that no one can ever question his heart or mentality again after this performance. He dismissed all previous doubts and critics, insisting Dubois has proven himself at the highest level as a two-time heavyweight champion under his guidance. Charles emphasized that this is just the beginning, hinting that there is still more to come from Dubois as he continues to grow, evolve, and establish himself as a serious force in the heavyweight.
Nobody could ever question this young man again. Yeah? All that quitting nonsense, nobody will ever question him again.
two-time heavyweight champion of the world under you.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
It does.
There's more to come. There's more to come. We were in there with a very dangerous fighter in the name of Fabio Wardley. He should be proud of himself.
Daniel Dubois reflected on the fight, calling his opponent a true warrior and admitting he had to overcome nerves and chaos early on before settling into the contest. He revealed that coming off a loss made the pressure even heavier, but he managed to pull himself together and secure the victory through resilience and mentality. Dubois also referenced the moment in the corner where he needed a slap to regain focus, explaining that it helped him wake up, stay grounded, and dig deep into that dark place.
What a warrior he is, and came through that test. You know, coming off the back of a loss, I was a bit nervy to start off with and a bit all over the place, but I pulled it together and got the victory.
Ajit Cable described the fight as extremely tough for both men, calling it a dramatic and entertaining heavyweight battle that kept swinging from round to round. He noted how both fighters were dropped and forced to recover, creating a chaotic but thrilling contest for the fans. Cable admitted he was surprised by the level of hardship and back-and-forth momentum, saying it was crazy how both men managed to rise again after being hurt. Overall, he praised it as a brilliant fight that delivered unexpected.
The fight was very hard for the two guys, you know, but I think for the crowd, but also a nice fight. Unbelievable. I like it.
Was you surprised about the heart that Daniel showed you down?
Yes, 100% I was surprised. But you know, Daniel gave a good performance. You know, he was in the first and then the 4 rounds, I don't know, he was one down. In the second round he was down, in the first round he was down. And
first round and second round, yeah.
Crazy. But he come back.
Fraser Clark described Daniel Dubois as an absolute warrior, saying the fight may not have been the most technical heavyweight display, but it delivered pure violence, chaos, and entertainment from start to finish. He highlighted how the contest gave fans exactly what they wanted, a true blood and guts battle with nonstop intensity. Clark praised both fighters for their toughness and spirit, noting the atmosphere and energy around the fight was exceptional, with supporters fully invested in.
Yeah, well done, Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley, absolute warrior. It wasn't the most skilled heavyweight fight I've ever seen, but it was just what the fans wanted to see. The fans wanted that. You know what I mean? That was blood and guts, but well done, Daniel Dubois. Good fight.
Incredible. I couldn't believe what I was watching at times there. I mean, listen, it was all going wrong at the start, wasn't it? When Fabio put him down a couple of times, but Daniel showed the heart of a lion in there. Got it together, got behind his jab, and really started busting Fabio up. And by the way, Fabio Wardley is one hard bastard. My God, what a hard man. So is Daniel Dubois. Two very, very tough, strong men going at it for the world heavyweight title.